Royal Highness, High Commissioners, all three of you, ladies and gentlemen, it really is a great honor for me to be here today. I want to greet especially the Van der Stoel family who are here. Good to see you here. It's been exactly 20 years since I started working for MUX. One wonders if the world has changed for the better in those 20 years. What I know for sure is that the problems HTNM has been tackling since its inception are still there and might today be even more acute and dangerous than they were 20 years ago. It is part of human nature, of every single human being, that we can accuse another of being the source of our trouble. And in today's Europe, in today's OSCE area, it has become fashionable again to accuse Jews of being the source of our trouble. Muslims, other minorities, Roma are struggling all through the OSCE area. And I believe the work of the High Commissioner is at least as important and necessary today than it was 20 years ago. We see that there are real problems involving national minorities. We also see that sometimes non-existing problems with national minorities are used as pretext for political action by other parties. You know, if you look at the Decalogue the OSCE is based upon, the 10 principles of the OSCE, the first 5 of them having to do with respect of national sovereignty, integrity of borders, non-violation of borders, all these principles have been grossly violated by one of the biggest countries in the OSCE this year. You can have a disagreement with your neighbor, but to use a disagreement as a pretext to take away part of that neighbor's territory is something that is utterly unacceptable within the framework of the OSCE. And the High Commissioner's work can help diffuse existing problems or help diffuse mythology surrounding problems or perceived problems of national minorities in the OSCE area. I was just in a debate in the National Parliament here about the Dutch involvement in tackling IS in Iraq. And also there you see that the first victims of this nihilistic ideology are minorities, Yazidis, Christians, Kurds, any Muslim who doesn't agree with their view. They feel they have the right to annihilate them, to kill them. And so tackling issues with minorities goes to the very heart of security policy. Seeing potential problems with minorities, solving them at an early stage is a very, very important contribution to peace and security in the OSCE area and beyond. Your Royal Highness, I want to mention one memory I have because Max van der Stoel was a very often decorated man, and he didn't really care about that. But once he really did care, and he was deeply touched, when your husband, late Prince Klaus, and you decided to award him a very special, the Lion of Nassau, if I say it correctly in English, and you invited him and his family and some of his collaborators to your palace for a dinner. And I will never forget that, because a man who didn't care about honor or being thanked for anything, there really felt grateful for what you had done and also the relationship you had developed with him, and especially also your late husband. So today I want to, because you are here with us today, I want to recall that, because it was such a very, very special moment I will never forget. Now, as Assad has said before, I will have a responsibility in the new commission if I am confirmed by the European Parliament, which is a big if, I understand. But they're tough cookies over there. If I am confirmed, has to do with fundamental rights. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, fundamental rights are under pressure everywhere. everywhere. If people feel insecure, if they see the videos of these barbarians decapitating innocent people, if they hear the text saying, we'll take the fight to you, to your homes, to your streets, people's first concern is not for fundamental rights. People's first concern is for security. But we have to be very careful that if security leads to a conclusion that fundamental rights are no longer that important, we destroy the very thing we're trying to protect. So I will do everything I can in the European Commission to make fundamental rights a priority for every single member state of the European Union. And there is no member state of the European Union that will be beyond scrutiny and beyond criticism, frankly speaking. Back to the OSCE and the High Commission on National Minorities. Also through you, I want to salute your organization. I want to salute every single person who in the last 25 years has worked for that organization. We started from scratch with desks that almost collapsed and chairs you could hardly sit upon because Max really didn't care about these things. And we built up an organization that is now a pearl in the crown of the OSCE, and that is as necessary today and will be as necessary tomorrow as at the time of its inception in 1993. So here is to the staff of the OSCE High Commissioner's office. You guys are doing a great job. I am very proud of you as one former staff member. And I'm sure Max, wherever he is still very proud of you today. Okay, Spravedlivost. I want to invite you on the rostrum, please. Who's going to accept the... Where is the... Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте.
Очень приятно познакомиться.
Мне тоже очень приятно с вами познакомиться.
I thought I was going to present an award, but apparently the award is not here. But
Я думал, что я хотел предоставить награду, но награды здесь почему-то нету.
that's not important.
Но это не так важно.
The important thing is that we all admire your work.
Важно то,
Я
что
буду
мы
на английском
вашей
сейчас.
работе очень все поклоняемся.
It is something that seems sometimes difficult and tedious and not very exciting.
Иногда некоторые вещи кажутся очень сложными и совсем неинтересными.
But goes to the core of the fundamental rights of the people you are trying to help.
Тем не менее, они подходят к самому ядру тех фундаментальных прав людей, которые вы стараетесь защитить.
You make a huge difference.
Вы большая разница
In the lives of people who have nobody else to turn to.
В жизнях тех людей, к которым больше некому обратиться.
You give them the rights they have on paper, but very often don't get in practice.
Вы даете им те права, которые у них есть на бумаге, но которых им на практике никогда никто не дает.
In that sense, you are true agents of positive change.
И таким образом вы являетесь настоящими агентами положительных изменений.
And I do believe you deserve a very, very warm applause from this audience.
Я уверен, что вам должны поаплодировать.